Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see the control statements in VB. So why we need control statement in any language, whatever it may be the language. When you're writing a programs, you have to control your programs. So for example, see this program. This is a sequential flow of statements. So as soon as a compiler you start executing your programs, the compiler identifies, it checks the your event name and your procedure name, and next it will execute the declaration statement, and it keeps on executing or storing these values to those one. So it will execute one after the another in a sequential way. That is a sequential flow of execution. So when I want to control my flow of execution, I want to execute only one statement. Suppose I want to assign only values to this 1 and 2. I don't want to assign values for this. I don't want to execute the statement. So for that purpose, we are using a control statement. So to control my flow of execution of my programs, I'm using a control statement. So what is the concept behind this control statement? So control statements are the statement that controls the execution of programs on the basis of some specified condition. We'll give some condition. According to that, it will check the condition. If my condition satisfied, it will execute a block of statement. If it gets failed, it will execute another statement and keeps with the flow. So for that purpose, we are using control statement. So in VB, basically we have four conditional control statement. That is if then statement, if else if then statement, and the if else statement and the select case statement. So first we'll see if then statement. What is if then statement? This conditional statement is used to execute the statement of statement if the condition is true or else it terminate the statements. So the concept behind this if then statement is, if I want to execute a statement, if my condition is true or else don't execute any statement. For that purpose, we are using this if and then statement. We'll see the syntax. If condition, then execute a statement, and if whatever control statement you are using, you have to close it whenever you're opening any control statements. So here I opened a single if condition statement. If I open a single if, I have to close end if at the end of my statements. So this syntax suggests that if my condition is true, then execute this statements, or else don't execute this part, just skip it and go with the flow of the programs. So this is the meaning of this statement. So we'll see the flow diagram. Here, if my condition is gets true, it will display as passed and it will go with the flow of next line. But when my condition is fail, it terminates the statement and it will not execute this statement, and it will execute the next statement after this condition ends. So we'll see an example. If my grade greater than 60. For example, assume this is your grade box, that is input box, and this is your display box. Suppose if grade is greater than 60. For example, I'll give here 65. So here my condition is satisfied. So in output box, it will print as A. Suppose, and it will end the condition and it goes with the flow. And suppose here my condition is failed as I had given here 50. So I did not give above 60, I had given us 50. So it will check the condition, my condition is failed. So it will not execute any of the statement, it will just terminate the statement and it will go with the next instruction whatever you written on the program. So this is a concept of if then statement. Here we will be having only one alternative. If my condition is true, execute this statement. If it is not true, just go to the next line. Don't execute any of this statement. That is the alternative, only one alternative. When it comes to the second type of conditional statement, that is if-else statement. Here we will be having two alternatives. If the condition specified is true, it will execute a block of statements. Otherwise, it moves to the statement after else word and executes it. We'll see a syntax. So if condition, then execute the statement to 1, and if the condition is failed here, go to else part and execute statement 2 and terminate the condition. So here we will be having two alternatives. Any one of these alternative must and should execute. So for example, if I want to buy a sugar, I will go to a shop. So if sugar is not available, I'll buy jaggery. So I have two alternatives. If sugar is there, I will buy sugar. If my sugar is not available, I'll buy jaggery. So here, among these two alternatives, any of this alternative, I have to choose it. For that purpose only, we are using if, else, then statement. So any of one this must and should execute. So we'll see a flow. Suppose this is my condition. If my condition is true, it will execute a statement to 1. And if my condition gets failed, I will go to a statement 2 and execute it and terminate my condition statement, and I will go with the next line in the program. So we'll see an example. If my average, so assume that one input box and one output box. My average is greater than 75, then in text box A should printed. So I had given 80. If it is 80, it will check the condition, it's satisfied, and it goes for the next statement, that is it will print A in the text box. It has printed. Suppose in the input box I had given 74. So here with the one value, my condition gets failed. So I will not execute this statement. I'll go for the else part, that is my second alternative, and I'll print in my output box as B. So this is the statement. If the condition true, I'll print statement 1. If my condition fail, I'll print the statement 2. And after that, it ends the condition statement and go with the flow of in the next line. So this is the concept behind this if-else statement. We will be having two alternatives based on our condition. With the two alternative, any one of the alternative, we have to choose it. So for that purpose, we are using if-else statement. And we'll see the third type. Here we'll be having a several condition and several block of statement and several alternative to choose it and execute it. So using this statement, select a single statement among a several block of statements based on the condition. It provides us several alternatives to select. So we'll see a syntax. If condition 1, then statement block 1 get executed. Suppose this fails, it will go to the condition 2 and checks here and execute this. If this also failed, until unless my condition is how many condition I specified, it will keep checking it. In every condition it gets failed means I'll go for the default statement and print the last condition and end my execution. So assume an example. If you want to buy fruits, you will go for a fruit shop, and in the fruit shop you will be seeing many fruits and many number of fruits, many variety of fruits. So you want to buy apple. Suppose apple is not available. So I want to buy orange. Orange is also not available. I'll buy grapes. If grapes are also not available, any one of the fruits I want to buy it. So for that purpose, I will buy pick a one fruit and I'll buy and I'll consume that. So likewise, we will be having many options. In that many option, we have to select only single alternative option and execute this statement. We'll see a flow. It will start the condition and it will check the condition 1. If it is true, it will execute the statement 1 and it will go with the flow of next line. If suppose this condition fails, and here I will check second condition. If my first condition fails, I'll go to second condition, I'll check it. Suppose here my satisfied. So I'll execute second 2, that is statement 2. Suppose here also fails, I'll go for the statement, I mean condition 3, and I'll execute it, and if it is satisfied, fine, and we'll go for the next line. And suppose you are also not satisfied, I'll keep checking the condition. How many conditions you have written or instructor in your computer, those many conditions will perform. And finally, none of these conditions are getting satisfied, will print a default statement. That is, the invalid input or the statement is not executed properly, or there is no choice to choose, like that the default statement will be executed. So we will be having a number of conditions and number of alternatives. In those many alternatives we'll be keep checking and satisfying our needs. If none of these conditions can satisfy our needs, we'll go for the default statement and print the default state. Now we'll see a simple example. I will be having a simple input box, an output box. So if my percentage is greater than 75, if it is greater than 75, I'll print my output as A. Suppose my input is not greater than 75, then I will check here. If you are satisfied, I'll print B. Or else you are also not satisfied, I'm not printing this, I'm not printing this, and I'll check with this condition. Suppose here also not satisfied, I will not print this statement. Here also I'll check, here also not satisfied, I'll not print this statement. And after finally checking all the conditions, none of the conditions can fulfill my satisfaction. So I will go to the default statement, that is else part, and I'll print as failed. So these, how many condition you want to specify, you can keep instructing your computer. So you can specify many number of conditions and you can keep executing it. But here there is a drawback. So how many condition I want to check, so many conditions I keep specifying and I keep executing it. So make it convenient, we'll give a simple expression, and with the numbers or a value we'll keep finding a checking a condition. For that purpose we are going for a selective statement. So this is similar to your switch case statement in C and C++ language. So there we'll specify a simple expression. Based on that expression, we'll keep checking the cases, and case 1, 2 and n will check the conditions, and if it is satisfied, we'll execute a particular statement, and if it is not satisfied, we'll print a default statement. Likewise, in Visual Basic, we'll be having a select case statement. So it is an alternative to if then else if statement for executing single block of statement among multiple alternatives. Select case provide much easier and convenient statement than if else if statement. In if else then statement, we will keep providing many conditions and keep checking for the condition, but when it comes to select statement, we'll just give a simple expression. So based on that expression, we'll give a number of cases, and if any case becomes true, it will pick particular case and it will print. So this is the concept behind this select. We'll see a syntax. Select and case, it is a built-in word in VB, and the expression is whatever condition you want to specify, you can specify it. In case 1, I'll give value 1. If my condition satisfied value 1, that is case 1, I will execute statement 1, or else statement 2 I'll check. If here also gets failed, I'll go for a case and keep checking until unless my case becomes satisfied. If none of the case can satisfy my requirement, I'll go for default case, that is case else, and print the default statement. So we'll see a flow diagram now. See here, these are the cases. Here we specify some conditional word. So in case 1, true means I'll check for the condition, I'll just execute this block of statement. If here also gets failed, I'll go for this statement and I'll execute it. And here also gets failed, I'll go for this statement and I'll keep executing. How many cases I have given, so many cases I'll keep checking the conditions. So if everything gets failed, I'll go to the default and print invalid input or invalid choice, an invalid case number, like that. Whatever statement I want to print it, I'll just print it and I'll go with this flow. So we'll see an example. Select case. These two are input, I mean built-in word in VB. So grade is my expression. So whatever input I had given in my input box, it will check in the case one. So if suppose 74 I have given, 74 is not between 75 to 100. So this statement will not execute it. I'll check here. So here it is there. So I'll print this statement. Likewise, we'll keep checking with the help of these cases. Whichever number we have given, that number, if it is appear, it will print that particular statement. Or else, if any of this statement cannot be fulfilled, I'll go for the default statement and print as F, that is failed. And same like if else then statement, we will be ending the control statement with the help of this end select keyword. So whatever the control conditional statement is it, so we have to specify some condition. According to that condition, I will execute only a particular block of statement if my condition is true. If my condition fails, I'm not going to execute that statement. I'll go for the next statement and I'll execute that particular statement. So the control statement helps us to execute and print only the necessary statements without printing and checking the invalid statements, or I don't want to print some statements or I want to just omit it. Those statements are omitted with the help of this control statement. So you can control your flow of your program. So the compiler can control the flow of your programs with the help of the specified conditions. So I hope this control statement is understood. As a programmer, you have to understand each and every statements and logic of this statement. Just mug up in the syntax and writing the exams and just passed out. This is not to become a good programmer. If you want to become a good programmer, you have to understand the logics, and any language you are learning, you have to understand just basics of your programming language. So thanks for watching. Keep learning. Stay connected and don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you want any videos to be made, just put a comment and I will satisfy your requirement. I'll try to find solution for your questions. You can always feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. And once again, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.